This is a special one because it's going out to all the artists that are thinking about giving up and quitting. And I want you to know that you're not the only one who thinks about quitting or giving up. I interviewed an artist once that was really famous, and I said, hey, what was a time where you thought about giving up or quitting? And he was just like, dude, every day, man. Every day I think about quitting. But I don't, and a big reason for him is I know he's got God in his life. He's got Jesus in his life. But look at the drummer from Foo Fighters, man. Like, can you get any bigger or more successful than being the drummer in Foo Fighters? Like, come on, man. Like, that's about as big as it gets, right? And he died from drugs. How many other artists and whatnot are on drugs, on sleeping pills, on all kinds of crazy stuff because they're miserable? And we think that success is going to make us happy, and success is fulfilling. Conquering a mountain, doing something is fulfilling, but it's not going to necessarily make you happy. You gotta choose to be happy every single day. I'm in California right now. I'm in paradise, and I used to live here, and I took it for granted, man, and moved back to Canada. One of the regrets of my life that I have to live with, unfortunately. But it's amazing how a lot of people's dreams are in your backyard, Like, I could have gone to Disneyland anytime or whatever, taken my daughter or whatever, because it was in my backyard, and now it's not, And so we take for granted some of the things we have. We take for granted life and enjoying our lives and just appreciating stuff, and we don't realize what we have. And so the first thing I want to say is you need to learn to enjoy the journey, man. Like, this thing is a journey. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of artists quit sometimes. They quit. They give up, Not necessarily suicide, but they quit on their dreams, and they cancel programs. They stop running ads. They stop creating songs. They stop doing what they said they were going to do. You made a promise to yourself last year, going into the new year, that you were going to go after insert goal. Blank. What was the goal? What was the dream? What was the thing you said you were going to do this year? And I want to ask you, are you doing it? Are you staying committed to what you told yourself, what you wrote down, whether it's a goal, New Year's resolution, whatever it is? Have you given up on it already? And we're only in April? It's only been 4 months. And just because your dream hasn't manifested yet, you're giving yourself a cop-out? And that's the problem, and why I'm charging a lot more for my coaching, because me charging small prices has not helped most of you artists. And a lot of you guys know that my prices have increased. You've seen the vol, and they're only going to continue to go up. You want to know why? Because when you only pay a small amount, you pay a small amount of attention. But when you pay a lot, you pay a lot of attention. All right? And what I'm saying is true, And so I've been actually doing you guys a disservice by not charging you more for my coaching than what I did previously, because you wouldn't show up. And you're not all in. You don't watch the program. You don't go through it because you are not invested. Where your pocketbook is, your heart follows. Or where your pocketbook is, your heart follows. Or where your heart follows, your pocketbook. I don't know what the saying is. But the point is, where your treasure is, there's where your heart. And so I want to say, where are you putting your money? Where are you putting your effort? Where are you putting your attention? And stop giving yourself a way out. You need to put yourself in a situation where you can't quit. I just scheduled some Spotify ads. I think we're doing 300 on the next song. We're doing 1,000 on the next Spotify marquee campaign for the album. I might do more, but I want to do at least 1,000. I want to activate the casual listeners, the regular listeners, and the lapsed listeners. I'm going after the lapsed listeners because those are the people that haven't interacted with my music in 6 months. I want to see if I can bring them back into the manifest fold and listening to my music. But the point is, I've got goals. I want 1 million monthly listeners with this next song. Definitely this album. I want 1 million monthly listeners and I'm going to get 1 million monthly listeners. I want 100,000 YouTube subscribers. And you want to know what's something interesting? I want 100,000 YouTube subscribers, and I understand that ads are the cheapest that they're going to be right now, all the way up till about probably October, till we get to the fourth quarter. Because guess what happens during fourth quarter? All the big businesses that have these massive ad budgets and whatnot and different things, they dump in all their money because they've got to spend that money because it's in the budget, and they drive the ad costs up. So me and you have a choice right now. We can get serious about our dreams and spend the money now while the ads are cheap, or we can wait for them to go up. TikTok ads are going to be as cheap as they're ever going to be. YouTube ads are going to be as cheap as they're ever going to be. Facebook is kind of expensive, but it's still freaking awesome. And it's cheap compared to radio and so many other things that you waste your money on hoping to get a big win when we've got these social media traffic things that are so cheap. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, you know, I got to hit my goal now. And like, I did the math. I know exactly how much I need to spend to hit 100,000 YouTube subscribers. I know exactly how much a day, how much a month. And that's, you know, maybe not doing other certain things. Might not even need to be that much. And the point is, am I going to keep procrastinating, or I'm going to do it? I showed my wife. She didn't flinch at the number. But guess what? I'm not even spending the amount that I know I should. And if I wait until October, I know the price is going to go up. You know, there is cost of inaction. There is cost in your time, in your dream, and you delaying, and me delaying, and pushing it off, and pushing it off. I said to my wife, if we don't hit this one certain goal by this time, we are hiring this coach, because I'm not going to keep going around the mountain. And a lot of you keep going around the mountain, and you don't get the coaching, you don't get the advice, and you try and figure it out on yourself, and then another year goes by and you've barely moved. Yet if you hired the coach, you got the course, or got whatever it is, you got involved, got started, you could have been forward. You know, worked with the manager, sent out the email, made the call, pushed forward, but you let another year go around, and you think you're just going to live forever, and you think that, you know, you're always going to be able to have these opportunities, and they're always going to be there. We know what I've realized? They're not always going to be there. Time is now, my friend. Not later, not tomorrow. Today. Take action today. Action fuels success. That's what I talk about in my book, Fighter, 5 Keys to Conquering Fear and Reaching Your Dreams. And I want to remind you guys, if you have not joined the 10X Your Fanbase Challenge, it starts April 11th. It's going to be freaking amazing. I haven't done a live challenge in forever, and you have the opportunity to get a VIP ticket to ask me questions an hour before the thing starts. It goes from 11 till 1, but if you join the VIP, you get me to ask questions from 11 to 12, and then the regular ticket is from 12 to 1. Okay, go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. It's going to be freaking awesome. I'm showing you guys how to find your fan base, narrow in and target on your fans, who they are, where to find them, how to run ads to them, how to build your email list and your fan base, and how to monetize it. All right, how to monetize it, which is invaluable. All right, and then I'm going to offer you to coach with me. That's the only way I'm offering with coaching in the special coaching program for the rest of the year. All right, so if you want that, go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. Let's do this. Let's grow together. You know, I could keep all these things to myself. I don't have to share. But there's more than enough fish. There's more than enough fans out there. I don't have the poverty mindset. I want to have the wealth mindset. You know, I want to share what I've learned. Because you know what? We probably don't have the same fan bases. And even if we do, I know that fans listen to more than one rock artist, more than one hip hop artist, more than one country artist, right? So I don't have the small mindset of just whatever. And one guy said to me, he said, if you're scared of sharing everything that you know, then you don't know that much and you're not learning enough. And that's why I'm constantly attending conferences, reading books, growing, testing things in my music and in my marketing, because I want to get out there and I want to grow, and I hope that you want to grow as well too. So hey, go to 10xyourfanbase.com/live challenge. I look forward to seeing you on the call. Peace, yo.